So we're at the capture of Fort Niagara, 1813. I'll just hold it there. You can read or freeze your video. Okay, I'm gonna head towards the river. See, it's very calm today here. Some cottages. They obviously have the walkways closed at this time of year still. But you can walk right down to the water's edge. Looks like there are some docks down there, and a walkway along the water. So we'll head up the river and check out more. Just as a note, you can see it's basically forest life along here. It's basically forest life along here, and on the other sides along the shores. On the U.S. side, that's the U.S. over there. So we'll work our way up the river towards the falls. So as you can see, that's the route we just came up along the river. Now I don't know if you can see it down here. I don't think you can through the trees. All of a sudden, this wooded shoreline becomes shale and rock. So this spot actually here is where the falls started. 12,000 years ago, I believe it was. So yeah, this is where it started. And it traveled 11 kilometers, I believe. I could be all wrong on those numbers. But I'll check for you to make sure, because I don't want to give out false information. But yeah, 11 kilometers. And they receded back to where their present location is. So we'll keep heading towards the falls. Okay, so I got your answer. Roy Terrace, birthplace of the falls. So the niche visible on the U.S. side at the same height marked the level of the glacier, Lake Iroquois, which is Lake Ontario. When the Wisconsin Glacier receded about 12,000 years ago, the Falls of Niagara were born here. Water was falling only 11 meters or 35 feet over the escarpment from a small Lake Erie into Lake Iroquois. So yeah, if I up, you can see the shale starting across. That's where the falls started 12,000 years ago. And back up here is, if I turn right around, is the Brock Monument. And yeah, if you are going up here, it is kind of a big slope walking up, even though it's got brick put down on, or flagstone. But it's slick when it's wet, and if you have a wheelchair or anything, I'm sure there's other places you can get up there. But I'm here right now, so check it out. Okay, let's keep going. I'm up here on the escarpment at Brock Memorial. Told you to come. There's a lot of plaques around here, so I'll line them up for you, and you can freeze your frame and read all about it. Right. Move on to the next one. You can kind of see the view of the river from up here. I was down the roadway in the last video where I was parked. So yeah, we'll take a 360 of Brock Monument. There seems to be a lot of placards around, so we'll keep moving. I don't know if you can see this, it's pretty hard. Oh, maybe. That's why we have freeze frames. They must have a ceremony here every year, because I can see there's some reefs there. You can see the river here perfectly now. This is the way Brock's facing. Hero of Upper Canada. In 2016, a new monument was built. It's not too far from Brock's monument of the Indian Six Nations that took part in the War of 1812. Heroes like John Norton and John Brant. We'll head into the memorial here. It says here, Native allies, in addition to the Six Nations named on the limestone walls, the members of these Native nations also took part in the War of 1812. And there's all the Indian nations involved. So right here is the Niagara Parkway. It runs from Lake Ontario to Lake Erie, along the edge of the river, through Niagara Falls. And next to it is this recreation trail. Good for the day with bikes. You can also rent bikes, bike rentals, and make a day of it. This runs the entire length of the park. Picnic areas, washrooms, water filling stations. Also more than 100 plaques and monuments along the trail about the history of the area.